So three space.
No.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to try to start a brand new run here of Jeopardy for the Super Nintendo. If you saw my previous run for this game, it lasted 10 games, and I walked away with $300,000. So hopefully I do better here. Alright, here we go. Six categories to deal with, and they are the New World, Hunting, Poets, Sports Trivia, Astronomy, and finally, Political Quotes. Okay, I'll start with the New World for 100.
The answer is...
In 1862, LaSalle claimed the lower Mississippi country for Louis XIV, calling it this. What is Louisiana? I'll take the New World for 200.
The answer is...
Or for 300, I guess. Discoverer of South America's Iguacu Falls. His name means head of a cow. Who is Cabeza de Vaca? Now give me the $200 clue, please.
The answer is...
On February 6, 1952, she was proclaimed Queen of Canada. Who is Queen Elizabeth I? Ah, fool. Queen Elizabeth II. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Now it's poets for 100.
The answer is...
He was a poet and a playwright as well as a Victorian Prime Minister. Let's say who is Benjamin Disraeli. Poets 200.
The answer is...
He wrote about ships that passed in the night and tales of a wayside inn. Tales of a wayside inn. Who was Robert Frost? No. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Okay. Poets 300. This poet's great 14th century masterpiece helped establish Italian as a national language. Jim rings in for the first time. Dante Alighieri. Oh, okay. Poets 400.
The answer is...
This poet, known for his odes, was only 25 when he died of tuberculosis in 1821. Jim doesn't know. John Keats. John Keats. The New World for 400.
The answer is.
On September 7th, 1822, Pedro declared this country's independence from Portugal. What is Brazil? The New World for 500.
The answer is.
In 1664, the English and the name of the Duke of this seized Manhattan from the Dutch. What is York? Jay's last name, of course. Double my money to $1,000, and we'll take poets for 5.
The answer is.
As a soldier, he used the alias Silas Tonkin Cumberbatch, so he didn't have to change his monogram. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, oh that's right. Hunting for 100.
The answer is.
Dog breed used to flush rabbits from cover, though Snoopy prefers big game. What is a beagle? Hunting 200.
The answer is.
The doll, stone, and desert bighorn are North American species of this game animal. What's the sheep? Hunting for 300.
The answer is.
Snares, pitfalls, and baits are used in this very old method of hunting. And I got locked out by Jim. Trapping. Astronomy 100.
The answer is.
To locate this navigational point in the night sky, extend a line for the star America and past Doobie. What is the North Star? Let's go back to hunting for 400. And I'll make it a true daily double, please. After the kill, you do this to game with a knife, not high heels, and an evening gown. What is dressing? Hunting for 5.
The answer is.
These aiming lines of the scope are sometimes made of spider web. What are crosshairs? Let's go back to astronomy for 2.
The answer is.
This imaginary celestial belt includes the apparent annual path of the sun in most orbits. What is the Van Allen belt? No. Oh, the Zodiac, that's right. Okay. Okay, we're going to sports trivia for 100.
The answer is.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant, and the Road Warrior are among the heavies in this sport. Ugh. Got lucked out. And Jim doesn't know, so ha ha. What is wrestling? Sports trivia for 200.
The answer is.
This British princess competed in equestrian events in the 1976 Olympics. Who is Princess Diana? Princess Di? Dang it, I'm down to $3,000. Anne. Oh, okay. Jenny's right. Sports trivia for 300.
The answer is.
From Scandinavian for shoot, its goal is hitting clay targets thrown in the air. What is a skeet shooting? I'll take the sports trivia for 400.
The answer is.
Pitching for the Yankees, he threw a perfect game in the 1956 World Series. Don Larson. Political quotes 100.
The answer is.
Many abolitionists have yet to learn the ABC of women's rights, she wrote in 1860. Who is Susan B. Anthony? Political quotes 200.
The answer is.
1920, long before he became prime minister, he said, "In war you can only be killed once, but in politics many times." Who is Winston Churchill? Political quotes 300.
The answer is.
Charles Dudley Warner, who once wrote a book with Mark Twain, said politics makes these. Oh, and Jim doesn't know. Strange bedfellows. Politics makes strange bedfellows. Astronomy 300.
The answer is.
Both the Greeks and the Native Americans identified this constellation as the Great Bear. What is Ursa Major? Astronomy 400.
The answer is.
They are estimated to add more than 1,000 tons to the Earth's weight each day. Meteorites, okay. Political quotes 400.
The answer is.
This president compared himself to a crusading housewife let loose in a den of thieves. Jim. Corazon Aquino, okay. Astronomy 500.
The answer is.
4 of this outer planet's moons are named for Shakespearean characters. What is Uranus? Let me have political quotes. No, sports trivia 500. At 200 feet below sea level, the lowest golf course in the world is in this California low spot. What is Death Valley? Now the last clip.
The answer is.
In reference to his post-World War I 14 points, Clemenceau noted the good Lord had only 10. Who's Woodrow Wilson? So I have 5,400. Jenny has 1,400. Jim, 1,000.
Here are the categories.
Categories for Double Jeopardy are going to be religion, screenwriters, P's and Q's, though both letters are in quotation marks, 11-letter words, food, and finally, Roman Empire. Screenwriters, 200.
The answer is.
John Huston and Ray Bradbury brought this Melville classic to the screen. What is Moby Dick? Screenwriters 400.
The answer is.
If you'd gone up and seen her sometime, she might have been writing I'm No Angel or Klondike Annie. Who's Mae West? Screenwriter 600.
The answer is.
This star of Harold and Maude wrote Pat and Mike with her husband Garson Cannon. Jim? Ruth Gordon. $11 words, 200.
The answer is
An automobile that can go topless. What is a convertible? $11 words, 400.
the answer is
Combining information with a word used for TV ads gives us this word for an informative ad. It's, oh, well, Jamie does not know. So I'll say what is an infomercial. $11 words for 600.
the answer is
Put a piece of Hershey's with this on a graham cracker, and you've got yourself a s'more. What's a marshmallow? Let's go for 800 in that clue.
the answer
Or for
is
1,000, I guess. I need a condition such as finishing on the plus side to play Final Jeopardy. What is a requirement? $600.
the answer is
Margaret Bourke-White was a prominent practitioner of this art. What's photography? Okay, so let's go back to Screenwriter's
the
800.
answer is
Author of Exodus, who wrote the screenplay for Gunfight at the OK Corral. Who's Leon Uris? What? I might have forgotten the S. Oh, cool. Well, Jim doesn't know. Well, everybody missed out on that one, and I know it's Leon Uris. 1,000.
the answer is
Charles MacArthur and Ben Hecht adapted Wuthering Heights for film, but not this, their own 1928 hit play. What is the front page? Okay, let me have P's and Q's for 200.
The answer
Or for
is
400, I guess. Technically, this is a trademark name for table tennis. What is ping pong? $200.
the answer is
In area, it's New York City's largest borough. What's Queens? Piece of Q's for 6.
the answer is
The tails of this airline's planes all sport kangaroos. What is Qantas? $800.
the answer is
On a typewriter, Elite type gives you 12 characters per inch, while this type gives you 10. What's Pika? $1,000.
the answer is
This author of Boris Godunov is widely viewed as the greatest Russian poet of all time. Who's Pushkin? Food for 200.
the answer is
Risotto is a popular Italian dish that features this grain cooked in broth. What's rice? Food for 400. All. A frittata is an open-faced variety of this. What's an omelet? Food for 6.
The answer is
Greek salads are usually distinguished by this cheese. What is feta? Food for 800.
The answer is
A very large, firm, meaty tomato, often served with onion slices and an oil and vinegar dressing. What is beefsteak? $1,000.
the answer is
From the Greek word for leaf, these leaf-like sheets of pastry are used to make baklava. It's phyllo. 2 categories left, Jenny. Religion for 200.
the answer is
He was the doubter among the apostles. Who's Thomas? Religion 400.
the answer is
This word for the Muslim religion means submission to the will of God. What is Islam? Religion for 600.
the answer is
Continent with the largest Jewish population. What is North America? Religion 800. Give it another double. Do it all again. Color of smoke signifying the election of a new pope. Oh, I think it's white. So what is white? Religion 1000.
the answer is
This Buddhist sect seeks truth through concepts like the sound of one hand clapping. Oh, and Jim doesn't know, so he's going in the hole. Ha ha! Zen. Oh yeah, that's right. Roman Empire 200.
the answer is
By the time he was appointed dictator in 49 BC, the Roman bread dole had risen to 200,000 people. Who is Julius Caesar? $400.
the answer is
Since Agrippina was a niece of Emperor Claudius, consent of this body was needed then for time to wed. What's the Senate? $6.
the answer is
At one point in the Second Punic War, his forces almost annihilated the Roman army. Jim. Hannibal, that was what I guess. Now 800.
the answer is
Under the Romans, this kingdom in the Holy Land included Jerusalem and Bethlehem. Oh, well, Jim, you'll have to get the last clue right if you want to stay in the game. Jenny's going to be around for Final Jeopardy no matter what. Judah, now the last clue.
the answer is
The largest provincial capital of the Roman Empire was once ruled by Mark Antony. Jim, you need to get this right to stay in the game. Alexandria, and you're good. Jim, you finished with 600. Jenny has 3,000, and I have $55,400. Well on my way to starting a brand new run. And our category is historic dates. I will do $44,599. Date in 1777 in which the Continental Congress approved a flag of 13 stripes and 13 stars. I think it's July 14th. No, June 14th. Okay. June 14th. Okay. Let's find out if it is June 14th.
The final Jeopardy answer is...
Just wanted to clarify to make sure I was right. And I am. There we go. Start a new run for this game. Jim's right. It goes up to 1,200. Did Jenny come up with June 14th? Yes. She goes up to 4,000. And I also said it was June 14th. Putting me at $99,999, which is my one game winnings total. See y'all for that next video.
Stay tuned for the best of Cards Against Humanity Season 1 coming this August. Welcome music.